What's up, everyone? It's Christine here. I am excited about this week's episode because it is a question and a problem I see, my own clients and my students and people who just ask me randomly on the street, it feels like a problem that they have a lot, and that is blogging. Now, does even saying the word make you want to cringe? I get it. I understand. I'll be honest with you, back when I started my PT practice, it was the biggest struggle for me. And I will call it a struggle and not something I just ignored because I understood the importance of it. But it was my biggest problem. And I think I dreaded sitting down every week to write a piece of content. And that was before I realized how simple it needs to be. So I'm going to break down the process for you today. If this is something you are struggling with, even if you have somebody else who writes your blogs right now, there's going to be some really valuable information in this. So stick around. Let's go through this and let's get your content on your website rocking. All right. And less of something you just dread every week like I did. So here's the deal. Why are we doing this in the first place? Why is content creation and consistent content creation so important? Well, first off, from a Google ranking standpoint, which you guys have heard me talking about a lot lately. If you're curious why? Because 85% of people on Google searches do not click on ads and they go straight to the Google content. And most of the clicks, about 67% of the clicks, are in the top 5 search results. And one of the main components, this is definitely not the only thing that will get you to top 5. One of the main components that Google does look at when they're trying to determine your rank is how consistent and how much new content you're putting out. And so it's a super important piece to the puzzle of making you a celebrity in your town and of getting you ranked higher, but also just to connect with your clients emotionally and really pre-frame them into your practice and to show off how you're different. So blogging is really important. Plus, why is the other reason I believe it is kind of something that you really should dedicate time to each week is you as a business owner, you are the main marketer in your business. You are the figurehead and you know your business the best, more than anyone. And if you just get out a blog a week, you haven't just created a blog for your website that you're like, oh, I don't know if anybody will ever see it. Guess what? You've actually created a base of content that you can run with and use for all of your marketing for the week. So you've really just started a marketing system if you take a little bit of extra time. I've talked about this in previous episodes, but blogging is one of the best ways to start your marketing system. And if you write about relevant topics for your clients, then it's easy, whether it's you or an assistant, to just take little chunks out of it and turn them into Facebook posts, turning them into Instagram posts, little tidbits, little things here, little quotes, etc., turning them into an email. Your blog can become an email that goes out to your list every week. It's just such an amazing way to engage in all of your organic marketing that, yes, I 100% believe it is fully needed for your website and to keep you fresh and to keep Google liking you, which is what we want, guys. 70% of people still search on Google. They're still the main cheese around, okay? So we want that, but it's also a great way to kick off all your other organic marketing that you've maybe been struggling to do. There's no reason not to just take your blog post and launch all the rest of your organic marketing around that for the week. So little side tip there. But all these reasons, I believe creating a blog post every week, super, super, super important for your business. If you're one of our clients, we help you out with a couple of months and try to help you there. But honestly, I want everybody to know, whether you've got somebody helping you or not, how important this is and how simple it can be. So really, a lot of times the first question is, well, what the heck do I blog about? And you've probably heard me talking about it in the past, but I actually want to go through 4 core things you should be blogging about. And these are the only 4 things you'll ever need to blog about, and you'll have plenty of content. So I wrote them down, so I'm not going to forget them and sit here and go, wait, what was that? So I've written them down here and I want to go through them for you. So the core 4 blog posts that you need to write. All right. The first one is problems. You've probably heard me talk about this before. You probably heard about other influencers talk about it. I'm going to talk about 3 more beyond problems though. So stick with me. So problems, what are the questions? What are the problems that your clients have? What are the problems that you have? What are these problems? If you write about problems and the solutions to problems, people love that type of content. Okay. And also, it's just so simple. It's like if one client's asking, surely more people are asking. So using your clients, using your therapist, talking to them, what are the most frequently asked questions you get? What problems do our clients have? How can we talk about them and give them an answer? Okay, easiest blog topic ever. You can get endless amount of them just by turning your listening ears on and really thinking that, and even if you have to, write down during treatment sessions or ask your therapist to write down, what are the problems? What are the questions that our clients are facing? Even ask your front desk, what are the questions people have when they call and they're not sure if they want to schedule? Let's answer them all. It's a great way to do it is with your blog. All right, number 2, less known, comparisons. So what do I mean by comparisons? Like, let's talk about comparing certain things to another. Let's talk about maybe talking about what's the difference or why might you consider physical therapy instead of surgery for your back pain, or why you might consider this treatment technique instead of this for whatever problem you've got. So do comparisons. Comparisons are super popular blog posts that people are usually looking for. And if I think back to it, how many times I search on Google, like something versus something, gosh, especially when I'm researching new software, but I've even done it, for healthcare too, right? But for new software, I'm like Monday versus ClickUp. Like, if you don't know, those are 2 project manager softwares. And I'm looking for people who will give me comparisons because I'm interested in both, but I really I don't know enough about them to make a decision. So the easy one here is like physical therapy versus massage, right? And I wouldn't just do a generic one. I'd do for a specific problem and really talk through that. And then you can go through other types of comparisons as they come up. So positioning your blogs as comparisons is another fantastic, fantastic way to have blog content. And it is very highly searched for and well received. Okay. The next one I hope you're all doing, but I know so many people really forget, like testimonials and reviews. Those can be instantly blog post. There is no reason why you can't tell people's story. Now, don't give me the crap of I don't have enough testimonials, I don't blah, 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 blah. You can tell other people's stories without identifying like patient identifiers. You can give them a different name. You can talk through whatever. You can still tell the stories of your patients, even if they're not formally written down or recorded, okay, in a way that won't identify them, but in a way that still shows their story, their result, like what this meant to them. So any reviews that you've got, those should be turning into testimonial review blogs. Easy. It's like, just take whatever the person said, tell their story, tell them how they're doing now, look at where they were before, where they are after, boom. Use those as blog posts. Every testimonial you get, boom, you've got another blog post. It's beautiful. Or every time somebody says a kind word to you or phrase, like, oh, you've really impacted my life. You've changed me from this. Well, I mean, their previous situation, fill in the blanks. You've got a wonderful, wonderful blog post and email and something for your social media, etc. The last one I'm going to talk about is best of lists. People love best of list. And if you just use this idea of the best, whatever, the best of this, the best of that, and run with it in physical therapy, gosh, like your possibilities are endless. Best exercises for back pain, or best, maybe if you're actually affiliated with Amazon or something, it's like best things for your home office if you have back pain, and you link to affiliate links of the lumbar rolls you recommend, or maybe even the office chair that you think's best. Like, there are so many possibilities with best of lists, but they're super, super popular. And people love getting that edge and getting whatever that it is the best of, right? Who doesn't want the best? The best of physical therapy for XYZ, right? Run wild with that one. You can have so much fun with it. So those are the 4 core blog posts, and the only ones you really ever need to write, those 4. So you've got a launching point for like endless ideas now. So I'll go over them again. We said problems, theirs and yours. We said comparisons, comparing something to another, right? Like surgery versus PT, reviews, testimonials, and then the best of list, or best practices, or best, what's another good word for that? Yeah, I think best practices is another great way to put it, especially in PT, so they know if they're getting the best care or not, etc. So those 4 things alone give you countless possibilities with blog posts. You don't need to do any other any other types of prompts other than those, and you're going to win, because these are the biggest that people enjoy reading, looking for. That's what they want to do online. That's what they want to engage in, especially when that research phase or that uncertainty phase. Once again, do not forget my bonus tips for today. Do not forget, you can reuse any blog post you write into content for your social media team for the rest of the week. Or if you're the social media team, great. So easy to pluck a few things out of your content you just spent, 30 minutes writing, 40 minutes writing, and plug it and play into having organic posts going out using something like, a Hootsuite or something to schedule. Other component, my other bonus tip that I want to throw on here at the end is how important videos are. You might be thinking, oh my gosh, Christine, you just want me to sit down and write. Now you're talking video. Now I'm like, oh, you're overwhelming me. But look, the search engine results that have the best have videos as well. Videos, images, all of that as well, not just text alone. So at the bare minimum, be thinking about images that you can use. Also be thinking, just for the record, if you have old blog posts that could be updated, maybe you just enhance them a little bit, change the title to them, add different images in it, and republish. That is actually an excellent source of traffic. You can get up to 106% boost in traffic by just reusing, recycling, changing some. It's a fantastic way to do it. And then the other component is video though. So if you're better on video, might I suggest that you actually start with video? So you could actually start and record your blog post, kind of like I'm doing here. This could totally be a blog post, but I'm sitting in front of my video camera and my mic so that you can see me either on YouTube or on podcast. And what can happen from there is that then becomes, you just get this video, get this thing transcribed, and you can then edit it and make it into the blog post as well. But then you've got a video you can post on as well. And Google's going to look on that even more favorably. And for some people, you may find starting with the video is a lot easier than sitting down and writing, because you're really good talking to patients. You're really good just spewing out information when you get the camera rolling. But when you sit down to write, you just want to cry a little. So if that's for you, just a bonus component is the video. Consider using it, or consider, even if you love writing, if you have 3 or 4 bullet points, just make a 1-minute video explaining your main bullet points. Say, hey, this is this, here are the 4 main points, and then read more below if you want all the details. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So I know content creation, super important for your website. It's super important for your website to be looked on favorably by Google. It is super important from a marketing standpoint as well. And these are the 4 core things that you write about. You'll be fine. Just stick to all those. You will be in a great place. And don't forget the video component. If it's something you have the capacity to do or something that you'd rather start with, that's another just awesome tip that has really changed and made, my content production so much easier, if I'm perfectly honest. Look at me. I mean, I've got very minimal makeup on. I still actually have on a shirt that I went for a walk in this morning. My hair is just kind of tied back the way I like it when I work. You don't have to be fanciful and make a big deal of this. You just got to be you, got to be real, and people will connect with that. So don't be afraid by video as well. All right, go out, start writing or recording for your core 4 blog post, and let's get some content production. I challenge you, once a week is the optimal. If you can get in once a week to do this, just make it part of your week, make it part of your calendar. I always have to dedicate time to it every week to make sure it happens. That'll be golden. If you're not ready for once a week, you've never done this before, let's start with once a month. There's nothing wrong with setting short-term goals, smaller goals, to achieve them and make you feel in momentum, make you feel like you're making progress, even if it's not at the scale you want yet. It doesn't matter. Small wins, small wins, small wins. I think my daughter has a shirt. It says small wins lead to big victories. Could not be more true. So take that out for you this week. And I look forward to sharing some more awesome things with you next week. Bye.